Don't see any
There's
on the
Jack.
video. Haven't seen any in Discord. Are there any in Telegram? That's one place I haven't checked.
Welcome, oh my Jack. Welcome, boss. How you guys doing?
All good. What about you guys?
Good, good. Nice to see you. Nice to hear from you. New face, boss, and Erna. Welcome to the spaces. Glad to have you guys. Oh, nice. We've got Carl. Welcome, Carl. Nice to see you. So that was a really cool team event that we did yesterday, or I guess recorded the day before, Jack. But video went out yesterday, and man, that was a lot of fun to do. Our first time to hang out, so that was cool, man.
Yeah, we had great fun, great fun. It was like a
Yeah,
nice talk. Yeah, 1 hour of like pretty decent content, and we had also fun. It was like entertaining, and I really liked. We gotta
definitely,
make more of that. Yeah.
exactly. Always fun to riff with you. We've got to have you on the podcast, man. We have a good time on there too. We talk about a lot of uh, events going on in the space and stuff like that. It's usually pretty entertaining. While you're while you're looking for questions there, JPN, man, what happened with the Azuki man? Elementals.
If we want to talk about
How to
marketing,
turn 17 in 80th
Yeah,
overnight was like
overnight.
overnight,
Exactly.
literally. And I saw that basically they like cash out. They send like the transaction,
they
all
sent it to
the
Coinbase. Yeah.
to
Oh,
Coinbase. Yeah,
jeez.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
jeez.
literally, like they don't even like fake a little bit. It was just like that.
Yeah.
But by the way, I saw some kind of video from Vegas. They do like a nice presentation. It was all about hype,
Yeah.
and they did like smart move. They cash out.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
envious.
I remember, like, man, I think it was like April of 22 or maybe March of 22 where there was a lot of controversy, um, behind the founder. Like, I guess, like, he had just been rolling from project to project and doing different anon profiles and even LARPing as a woman and one, something like this. And, like, people, there was a lot of controversy surrounding it. Like, some information came out, and then I remember the floor price, like, dropped dramatically. It was like 50% overnight. But over time, like, sure enough, like that collection has been, I don't know, I'd probably call it a blue chip, wouldn't you guys? I don't know. It's held
Yeah,
around
it's like
17,
a blue
18.
chip, and also yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ETH
And
level
now,
4.
basically, imagine like the people who now you know that on Blur, you
Hmm.
can take like loans if
Right.
you leave
Right.
as collateral like your
Right.
NFT. Imagine
Yep.
those guys got
Yep.
wrecked. They were
Yeah.
just
Oh yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, so that's pretty wild. And so a lot of what I had seen on Twitter as well was like a lot of the traits were reused and things like this or half done. Like
There were some.
there's
I think people identified like five identical ones.
oh jeez.
They don't even mix the trade. It's just
Yeah.
easy like that. Copy and paste, easy.
Oh jeez.
Nice way to make money. How much
Co
do they cash out? How much
Copy
do they
pasta.
raise? Yeah,
40,
Right.
40 million? 40 million,
Oh
I
my
think.
gosh.
well, not bad,
God.
huh?
Come
Not bad.
on. All these bad actors giving the space a bad name. Come on.
So
Can't wait.
that's
Can't
the
wait for
problem.
Non Nation.
Exactly. That's the problem because the people in general they lose faith. If you
Yeah.
keep on like screw like
Yeah.
people who really believe, they say, okay, I'm gonna buy that one, and you lose like more
Absolutely.
than 50% overnight. Then you don't trust anymore. This process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. That's the sad
But
part,
did you see what happened last night about ban.eth?
Oh
No,
yeah.
Uh,
but we've been
Man, that's
talking about the
crazy.
saga of Ben.eth for close to 4 or 5 episodes, maybe 3, 4 episodes on our podcast now. So nothing would surprise me at this point. But somebody go over it if you wouldn't mind.
Uh, Crazy, bro.
What
I
happened?
think that
What
it's just
happened?
trying to get an exit. It's like
Yeah.
I will get banned and I will just fade away with like my heat like
Yeah.
that he collect from all these tokens. Maybe he's
Yeah.
just trying to do on purpose.
He's posting like pretty blatantly racist things at this point.
Oh, geez.
And is honestly, just like Jack said, it feels like he's trying to get canceled at this point, trying to get canceled, walk away with what he got, and just
Yep.
accept it. But oh, it's so terrible.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Never want to see that. That's terrible.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yep. Well, how are we doing? Did we have any questions? Let's see. We think we've got.
I think there's 2 comments that I got left in here. Let's see. Shout out. What activities will you do to reach more users in a consistently growing and developing market? Great question, boss. Thank you for it.
Yeah.
And we have a plan. We want to be able to reach. We've talked about it some, but we want to be able to reach people, through the 3 different levels that we've set up. So we have, the top. I don't want to say top level, but like the developer space and the people who are builders in the space. We want to reach them through non-labs. Reach out to them, talk to them specifically about the tech that we have, how to integrate it, how the contracts work, and talk to them at a very high technical level about why our solution is the best and how to use it. And then we want to target people who are, just more interested in broad crypto, who have, some technical understanding, who might be users of the product. And we want to reach them through, the non-viral, non-nation channel, where it's very much about education. This is what the tool is. This is how to use it. Here's tutorial videos. We want to be having those go out, short videos. And talking sort of like how we do on the podcast, talking about the space in general, how our solution targets specific problems that have arisen, and try to raise awareness as to why our tools are, good for people who want to use the tools, not just the builders, but the people who want to use the stack. And then we have, and you've seen it play out some with the Quest, but we have, the people who are just interested, who want to go ahead and trade the product, who might not be as interested in necessarily the tech side, or trying to, especially not try to develop and build on it, but the people who want to get in, ride a hype wave, and we want to give them just the taste of we have a great solution here. It does this and this, but really be able to capture them in a space of engaging them in quests. And Jack, how are the quests going this week? We'll do a quest check-in. But we have we want to be targeting those 3 different demographics, and we have to go about it different ways. The podcast is one way we're doing that. The tutorial videos that will be coming out, focused on the new interface, are going to be doing that. The documentation. And just talking with projects is how we'll reach developers. The Quest is how we're going to reach, traders. So we have this multi-tiered approach. And yeah, Jip, I'll let you jump in here.
Different funnels for different users and for different groups, definitely. And that's all to say. This is like kind of like the organic approach to it as well. But there will be other methods. Right, as we gear up for the platform release very soon, there will be other methods employed to be able to expand our reach dramatically as well. But while we're in the run up and the audits, things like that, we'll be taking this kind of 3-tiered organic approach.
And there will be there will be sponsored posts. There will be advertising done. There will be influencers talk to
KOLs, influencer. If you check in the past few days, we got like a tweet retweeted by Gandalf Crypto is on board with us, and we are in touch with a lot of them. And then when we will get close to the release of the product, we will get like a bunch of them with us. So we are just as you said, guys, we are like testing, and basically we are just doing a good test, and when the team will be ready to release, we will see which strategy is better. So we will ready to launch with a good record of what it works and what is not.
Absolutely. And it's a lot of it as well will be word of mouth. I mean, word of mouth travels in the space, and kind of the hype wave, things like that, because non-nation is here to kind of revolutionize the Ethereum space, right? And to be able to lock and create real value and things like that, to make crypto safe and projects unruggable, things like that, right? And
Yeah.
so a lot of it, when this message starts permeating and getting out, will be a lot of word of mouth as well, and we expect to see a lot of traction and growth, and a lot more users in the spaces, things like that, in our social spaces, in the Telegram and the Discord. But that takes a little bit of time, but trust me, no avenue will be untraveled. I mean, we will be doing this on all fronts and every front, and we've got a lot of strategic plans and initiatives in place to make sure that happens, including external partners as well. So really cool and really exciting. Welcome, Chandras. Nice to see you in the space here. And everybody, if you want, feel free to. I can give everybody speaking abilities as well, and you're free to come on over and ask a question and just hang out. Very non-formal and just a chill space for everyone to learn about non-nation and stuff. So feel free to unmute and ask a question if you'd like, and carry on the conversation with us. Jack, what's the temperature over there? 40? 42? Pretty hot over there?
It's like, yeah, like I'm in Italy right now. I just left Dubai, so basically
Oh, nice.
it's not that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, there is like a nice breeze, but like few days ago there was like 40 degrees Celsius. It was like hotter than Dubai.
I couldn't hang.
Yeah, so right now it's like pretty hot as well, but not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, like in Dubai, there's like humidity, you die. So basically, everyone is like running away from Dubai. It's too hot. It's too hot, guys.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you were still out there. Welcome, non-believer. Welcome to the space. Thanks for coming to hang out. As I made the offer to everybody else, feel free to unmute and ask a question if you'd like, and hang out with us. We were just kind of going over the multi-tiered approach that we're going to be taking, for organic growth here while we gear up to release and launch the platform in the different measures that we're taking, and kind of going over that. So yeah. So what else is any other questions that we saw there, JPN? Or
Looking at the replies, we got another one here from Boss. Any upcoming plans or events this year?
Oh yeah. We've definitely got. I mean, we've got a very, very busy year, an incredibly busy year. Especially as we gear up for the platform release and things like that. So I don't think we can detail exact events right now, but that's maybe that's something that we should think about getting out there. So, but yeah, we've got a very busy year with lots of events and plans, definitely. So
yeah, and I mean,
we're planning on
Non-nation was in Dubai,
top to bottom.
Yeah, there will be like I think that there will be other events where No Nation will attend. It was like main sponsor of Heat Dubai back in March, and I think that accordingly to development of the platform of the project, I think that the team will be big as well in that scenario. So I think that everyone will listen and will hear about No Nation. So stay tuned because a lot of things will be like on tour, it's like Non-Nation on tour, like a rock band, I think.
That's right.
Pretty soon, so get ready. Tour, exactly.
I know, I mean, it's going to be pretty wild, I mean, when you can set, this granular layer of governance and permissions, and projects can, one click together a protocol and make sure it's rug free and it's, in the value and liquidity are locked, right? I mean, what does that do for the space? And that's just at the very, very base layer, right? What does that do for the space, right? So it's going to be pretty fun to watch, definitely. Let's see what else is going on. What else is going on in the space this week?
Well,
we can talk about. Let's hang for about 15 more minutes,
yeah,
maybe 13 more minutes.
Well, and we have all of these events throughout the week. There's the
Yep.
AMA from the team event. There's the team event. There's the podcast, and then tomorrow
Yep.
we'll be back with another Twitter Spaces, and this is gonna be Jip and I. We're gonna do the just a hangout from the podcast. We'll talk about the space. We'll dive a little bit more into the Ben.eth drama, I suppose. Not too much, but a little bit. We'll just talk about the other happenings in the space. Coinbase fired back at the SEC earlier today. So I mean, we'll
good stuff.
We'll talk about that. Their response is very strong, so it's very exciting to keep updated on the legal matters that are going to shape the industry here.
Yep. And so for those of you who are new here, so we do about 4 events per week. We do an article. I guess that would actually be 5. I'm sorry, 5 events per week. Usually, actually 6. With the quests and that event too. So we do the article, the podcast, the team event, and then a non-labs AMA like we're doing right here, and then we also do a non-viral AMA, and then the non-army has their giveaway events that end every week as well. So lots of content and lots of opportunities to get involved with what's going on here on a weekly and daily basis.
Yeah, let's see. Non-believer has another question here.
Yeah, and now it's like still like super early, and I think that the No Nation family will be bigger and bigger. Will get bigger and bigger as soon as we will approach the release. Since what the people don't understand now, that basically there is not like a real product out there that bring worth. Right now we saw like all these meme tokens spike, but basically there is like not that much behind. It's like we switched from we saw like this if we can call like a bull run of meme project, basically with fair launch price, fair launch, people just invest because they were tired about like the last altcoin season where they see basically venture capital basically buy tokens with early stage price like seed or how do you want to
just
call
more
them?
casino action.
Exactly. Get in early, but
at the end, the value's destroyed.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, you cannot sleep like holding those tokens. You literally know that you can wake up and see that basically there is like nothing left. Exactly, all gone in your wallet, and basically that's what the people really want now is just like casino. But soon they will realize the people that will still be there, like they will cash out from meme token, they will actually look for something real and tangible where they can like just put the money and know that basically be part of also of a community that basically bring something real with worth. So
absolutely,
I think like I hope that basically people make money. I'm personally also investing in meme token because of course like we are here to make money. At the end of the day, we are here to speculate, and we invest to generate profit. What basically people has to understand that as soon as like the platform will come out, people will see that basically they can do a lot of things with known token. They basically understand that it's better to invest in something that bring worth and bring revenue, rather
Right.
than stay inside of a project, just because otherwise we can go like to Vegas, have more fun with friends,
Right.
and at the end of the day
Right.
it's
Yeah.
the
Just go throw
same.
your
Yeah,
money on a craps table. You know what I
exactly,
mean?
exactly. At least you get
Yeah.
drunk with friends, you have a great night, you can win some, you can lose some,
Right.
but
Right.
same, it's like
That's what.
better than fix a screen for 24 hours,
Right.
see if a
Right.
big wallet to dump, and then follow the money. It's
Right,
basically,
exactly. And that's when we talk about like remaking the space from top to bottom, I mean that's exactly what we talk about. Like people aren't familiar with this concept of real value being created and real equity in the space, things like that, right? And
yeah,
every project that comes in to the non-nation ecosystem, right?
yeah,
In the non-token, we'll have purview and dominion kind of over it all with all
exactly.
of the economic levers. People really don't understand how
Yeah,
powerful the non-token is.
the
You
non-token
know,
is, and the market cap is still so low. So
yes,
basically,
exactly.
because
Yep.
people just rather they maybe prefer to invest in some kind of token that has already like 100 million market cap with a
Right.
market cap liquidity ratio so low,
Right.
and basically they don't even know that basically there is no liquidity, and
Right.
the number that they're
Exactly.
seeing of the value they have is not reflect what they really
Right.
have if the
And,
first
and by the
person, like,
time you hear the
uh,
buzz on Twitter, by the time you see the headlines, like for example, right? Like when Pepe and the headlines, in Twitter and things like that, like yeah,
mhm.
okay, like it started to get big and then it ran really, really hard after that. But that's really an anomaly, right? Like Pepe shit, things like that. Usually by the time it gets around to you and you're hearing about it on Twitter and in the headlines, like it's already gone. That opportunity, that entry opportunity is
Yeah,
been long, long gone. You know
exactly.
what
They're
I
just
mean?
trying to find more people to exit
To
liquidity on.
exit,
Yeah.
Exit
exactly,
liquidity. Exactly.
exactly. You know what I mean? And so, in the non-nation, right, when liquidity is locked and the value is kept within the ecosystem and the bazaar and things like this, right? And these innovative, liquidity mechanisms, things like this, right? Like people, if I, for example, like if I bought Amazon early on and I thought, okay, well, here's a big spike, but I know that in the long run, like this platform is going to be something special and amazing, and this is
Special,
an
and also
equity
it
that's
give
going
you
to keep
dividends,
value.
yields.
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Was that
All these
just for
things.
holding?
Why
Yeah.
why would you want to sell? And that's, when we fix that foundational layer of where just money just comes in and then everybody hits the fire escape as fast as possible, like
Hmm.
that's when real value and real innovation starts to flourish in crypto and on the Ethereum blockchain, and we don't see these pump and dump and things like that. So it's really going to be a new paradigm. We talk about this new paradigm of value that non-nation is going to bring to Ethereum, and people don't understand yet like how big that's going to be. Like, will we see like, of course, people coming in to create meme tokens, things like that? Like, yeah, I mean, when you can just click together a
Take
protocol with
together.
granular
Yeah.
governance and things like that, like you're going to see a huge rush of projects coming onto the platform, right? But at least the liquidity is locked. At least it will be decentralized, things like that, right?
Yeah.
So you have those things as well. Not to say that there won't be speculation. I mean, speculation is a good part. It's what brings the crowds, and people will understand how powerful this platform is and how revolutionary it is for the space. But at the same time, right, there's real value that's being created and locked there, and so that's brand new, and that's going to be really exciting to see. So
Exactly. Exactly.
um,
Yeah.
we have one question from non-believers. Sorry, JP.
No, I
What
was
does it
getting to
say?
their question. I see three of them
Oh,
now.
go for
Yeah.
it. Yep. Oh, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So,
Go for it.
first one, when's it safe to invite people to the Telegram chat? They were a little bit worried with some of the recent comments in there. My reply for that is we're
The bot comments.
trying. Yeah, we're trying different ways to help grow the Telegram channel, trying to get people who are interested in trading in there. And we're trying things out, and sometimes those things don't work great, and so we reevaluate and try to do it a little bit differently. I think this was a case of we tried to get some people in there as a group and the people who came weren't really what they promised. So we're trying something new, and it's going to keep evolving here for a little while. We're still in the start, the rocky phase. We're going to find that stride, and we are going to make it a place where it's a safe place for traders. But there's also going to be roads. We talked about it a little bit in the event yesterday, but there's going to be roads from, the people who just want to trade to, who are a little bit more interested in crypto, trying to get them to come listen to the podcast, have them come and listen to some of these other spaces and try to get them a little bit more involved with the project.
Question from non-believer. Was asking,
it's been a little rough in there lately. Some of those copy pasta statements those mods are throwing in there. We'll get that sorted. Don't worry.
Yeah, and then there's two other questions from him. Does the team need intros to other podcasts or communities for marketing, or do we have it covered? When can we expect a partnership talk with some other established podcasts? That is, I believe, sort of in the next phase of trying to get, other established podcasts and communities together. Right now, we're trying to organically grow what we have, and that's just because we are still early in this, in this launch cycle. Once we have, more of a confirmed date for when things are coming out, then it becomes a lot easier to go on and say, hey, this is the date, watch for this, before we really start hammering that. But if anyone in the community does have ins with, either other communities or with podcasts or influencers and stuff, hit us up. I think there's a place in the Discord you can come in, talk to us about that, DM us. And I think there's also a form that if it gets filled out, we'll see who it is and can be in contact, because we are looking for other ways to, reach out. And if you have an in, we'd love to use it.
We'd love to take it. Absolutely. Let's see. All right, so we're about 30 minutes in now, so I think we're gonna maybe look at one or two more questions. I believe there's one more from non-believer. Let's go one more question, because we usually hold these to about 30 minutes here with JPN. Let's see. You mentioned in the podcast with Ollie and Jack that there's no pros apart from Ethereum and Bitcoin and non-beta that are permanent, no projects apart from Ethereum and Bitcoin and non-beta that are permanent in ETH and cannot be taken down. But aren't all the most protocols like Uniswap, Aave, etc. also similar, i.e. permanent as long as ETH is? Well, and maybe you want to take this one, JPN, but, when it comes to team control over a project and layers of pressure that can be put on when there is centralized control and factor in it, those are quote unquote weak points, right? Where if that can be where pressure can be applied and talk about decentralization, things like that, right? So we talk about true decentralization, right, where a project couldn't be stopped even if we wanted to stop it, right? Like the non-beta is like an on-chain living organism that can never be stopped. Doesn't matter of course, we could vote and change different, economic levers, things like that. But fundamentally speaking, right, the team doesn't have control over it to stop it, right? And that's not the case with many projects.
Yeah, and there are some exceptions, and I think non-believer does point them out. That like Uniswap V1, V2, those are truly immutable ones that no one has control over, and so those are permanent. But I think what really you were saying it. What makes non and the non-nation special is the fact that the team doesn't have a universal lever where they can just upgrade the protocol or try something else. Like for example, I know Uniswap has the fee switch, but I think that I'd have to look into the mechanism exactly. But I think those are snapshot style proposals, they don't actually execute code.
Right.
I don't think they have the holders don't necessarily have the ability to turn the fee switch on. They can vote and try to pass a fee switch, proposal,
Right.
but I think it ultimately still comes back to the team to activate that. I'm not sure. I'd have to look
Right.
specifically.
There's no on-chain code execution that is dependent upon the code.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah, and
somebody has to press the go switch.
And so many
just like Aave,
mm-hmm.
just like Aave back in like November when there was that failed exploit with Curve and things like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and they did a snapshot vote, to put in some governance mechanisms, right? Like those, the result of that vote is not on-chain, decentralized execution of code, like it is in the non-beta, things like that, right? So there's a difference. There's quite a difference.
Yeah, and not many protocols are run the way that Non is, where it is, you have this on-chain execution of code in a way that the team has no special permissions and no special responsibilities to do anything. Right. If holders vote for it, it will happen. The team has no other say in it. Which is truly powerful and unique, and I think is part of the value proposition of Non and this idea about how we want to build the space. We want to build it in a way where you can have actually decentralized organizations that can function without a centralized team, without snapshot polls, those sort of things, where
right.
you can govern it on chain. The things happen on chain and no one can stop it. That is the end game. That is what we are playing for. And yeah, there are other immutable protocols, and it's great to see them. In fact, just the other day, Velodrome, they did an upgrade, and they had to do it in such a way where they had to not interfere with the first version of the protocol because it was immutable. But also like go through an upgrade, and it's interesting how they did it. We might talk about it on the podcast here next week, just because it was a way to transition from an immutable protocol to another immutable protocol. So it was kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, but great question. Thank you, non-believer, and keep them coming. So we've been going for about close to 40 minutes now. I want to thank everybody who took the time to tune in and come and hang out. Great questions, non-believer. Great questions, boss. Shout out from the Philippines. Thanks for joining. Oh my Jack, thank you for coming, Jack.
Thank you.
Fun to riff
there will
and to
be
hang
more
out with you.
spaces. Yeah, can't wait for
absolutely.
join more spaces with you guys.
Absolutely.
Have a great day.
Yeah, everybody have a great day. Thank you, JPN. And from Non Labs Team Weekly AMA, we will see you guys next time.